to MLC TV News Hour, reaching you live from the city of Lokoja, the conflict state of Nigeria. I am Khadijat Mohammed. The headlines. Nigerian government declares Monday, October 3rd, public holiday. Lagos State government receives 2 trains, TALGO Series 8 for the Red Line rail system. Kamala Harris in South Korea, day after North Korea fires missiles. And Cameroon NORRIE beats KAICHI UCHIDA to reach quarter-final of Korea Open. Now the news in detail. The federal government has declared Monday, October 3rd, 2022 as a public holiday to mark Nigeria's 62nd independence anniversary celebration. The Minister of Interior, Rauf Arebishola, confirmed this in a statement. In the statement signed by the ministry's permanent secretary, Shuai Belgore, the minister assured of government's commitment to tackling all the challenges facing the nation. Arebishola also promised the current administration will bring smiles to the faces of all the people. He reiterated the eminent position of Nigeria in the Committee of Nations and the greatness ahead of the country. The Lagos State government said it has received 2 trains, TALGO Series 8, for the Red Line rail system. The Commissioner for Information and Strategy, Benga Omotosho, made this known in a statement in Ikeja. He said that the arrival of the trains was another major milestone in the determination to deliver the operation of the Red Line rail system by the first quarter of 2023. He said that the trains will be recoupled with the help of rolling stock engineers from TALGO, the company that manufactured them in the United States of America. The engineers will also take the opportunity to train local engineers. The commissioner said once the recoupling is complete, the testing and commissioning will commence, followed by full passenger operations in the first quarter of 2023. Each train can carry 1,500 passengers and is expected to run on the Red Line rail from Abado to Oyingbo, with the journey taking less than 30 minutes. On politics, the presidential candidate of the Labour Party, Peter Obi, arrived in Jos, the Plateau State capital, in continuation of his campaign. Obi, who arrived in the state in company with his running mate, Dati Baba Ahmed, was received by a large crowd, including the governorship candidate of the party in the state, Dr. Patrick Dakum, at the Haipan airport. He went straight to pay homage to the leader of the People's Democratic Party in the state, Jonah Jang, and the Bongwon Jos Da Jacob Buba before his convoy headed to the Ruangpam Township Stadium, where members of various support groups were waiting to welcome him. Addressing the gathering, Obi said he intended to bring about a new Nigeria if elected as the president in the 2023 elections. He promised to revive education, power, and all other public infrastructures, adding that children will go to school without any hindrance. He stated that his administration will stop the stealing of public funds and use the resources to make Nigerians happy. The presidential candidate of the People's Democratic Party, Atiku Abubakar, has inaugurated the party's presidential campaign council in line with the 2023 elections timetable of the Independent National Electoral Commission, INEC. However, the PDP's Presidential Campaign Council inauguration, which was held at the International Conference Center, was marked with the launch of 3 books written in honor of the presidential candidate, Atiku. The event was attended by PDP governors, ex-governors, and top chieftains of the party, among others. Speaking at the unveiling of 3 books in honor of Atiku, former Vice President Namadi Sambo described the former custom boss as a man who knew the pathway to rescue Nigeria. Delivering his speech shortly after the inauguration of the campaign council, Atiku lamented that the Nigerian Federation is now working, citing the myriad of challenges bedeviling the nation since the PDP handed over power to the ruling All Progressive Congress in 2015. Speaking further, Atiku pledged to restore Nigeria's unity through equity, social justice, mutual collaboration, and consensus among the citizenry. He equally promised to build a strong and effective democratic government where the safety and security of the people and their property will be the primary and singularly most important responsibility. A support group of the All Progressive Congress APC presidential candidate Asiwaju Bola Tinubu, under the aegis of the City Boy movement, held a concert in Abuja to thrill supporters of the party who trooped out for its aborted 1 million man march. The show was held under the watchful eyes of stern-looking security operatives. The aborted march was earlier arranged to bring all the APC and Tinubu Shetima support groups together for familiarization and preparation for the forthcoming general elections. Speaking on why the 1 million man march, which was earlier planned to launch the APC campaign, was converted to a concert, the group's media subcommittee secretary, Shehu Yahaya, told journalists that it was in line with the directive of the APC Presidential Campaign Council. Director General of APC Campaign Council and Governor of Plateau State, Simon Lalong, had in a statement announced a shift in the date for commencement of its campaigns earlier scheduled for Wednesday. Lalong explained that the adjustment of the timetable was a move to expand the campaign council list to accommodate more stakeholders. He said that a new date for the kickoff of the campaign would be made public soon. We go on a short break. We will be right back.
Get human interest stories right here on MLC TV with entertainment, sports, business, culture, tourism, and fashion news stories all featured on MLC TV. Not forgetting political and current affairs news, state and federal government and people's matters will be discussed regularly on MLC TV. MLC TV, your one-stop online destination for unbiased, accurate news, entrepreneur ideas, and youth matters to the rest of the world. MLC TV, reaching everywhere, informing everyone.
Welcome back. On foreign news, Sweden has found a new leak in a major undersea pipeline carrying Russian natural gas to the EU, making it the fourth discovered this week. Denmark and Sweden reported gas leaks in the Nord Stream 1 and 2 pipelines earlier, alerting authorities to the possibility of a deliberate attack. The EU said the leaks had been caused by sabotage. Russia dismissed suggestions elsewhere that it had attacked its own pipelines as predictable and stupid. The Swedish Coast Guard said they had found the fourth leak on Nord Stream 2, very close to a larger leak found earlier on Nord Stream 1. The EU previously accused Russia of using gas supplies as a weapon against the West over its support to Ukraine. EU leaders have come together to make clear that any deliberate attack on continent's energy infrastructure would be met with the strongest possible response. Norway said it will deploy its military to protect oil and gas installations. Neither pipeline is transporting gas at the moment, although they both contain gas. The Nord Stream 1 pipeline, which consists of 2 parallel branches, has not transported any gas since August when Russia closed it down, saying it needed more maintenance. Seismologists reported underwater blasts before the leaks emerged. Denmark's Defense Command has released footage of the leaks, which shows bubbles. The largest is 1 kilometer in diameter at the surface of the Baltic Sea. U.S. Vice President Kamala Harris arrived in South Korea a day after the North fired 2 short-range ballistic missiles off its east coast. The launch, which breaches UN sanctions, comes as the U.S. and South Korea hold joint naval drills in the waters around the Korean peninsula. It's the second launch this week and part of a record year of tests by Pyongyang. During her visit to South Korea, Harris will travel to the border inside the heavily fortified demilitarized zone, which separates the North and South. She addressed U.S. troops at a military base in Japan, where she condemned Pyongyang's recent launches and its illicit weapon program, which threatens regional stability. With denuclearization talks between the North and the U.S. deadlocked, these launches are part of a wider pattern of escalation, with Pyongyang continuing to build and refine its weapons, while Washington strengthens its defenses. South Korean authorities said Wednesday's missiles were launched between 1810 and 1820 local time and flew 360 km, reaching an altitude of 30 km. Japan Coast Guard also picked up the launch.
Please listen to this announcement. Women in Media, WIM, Taraba State and partners cordially invites you to her maiden monthly town hall meeting to discuss the strategies and processes that would lead to peaceful, transparent and increase in women's participation in credible elections in Taraba State come 2023. Team: promoting gender and citizens' participation in achieving peaceful and credible elections in Taraba State 2023. Highlights of the event includes paper presentations and interactive sessions with key stakeholders in the electoral process. Dates: 6th of October 2022. Venue: Professor Saad Abubakar Hall, LT1D, Taraba State University, TSU, Jalingo. Time: 10 a.m. prompt. For enquiries and sponsorship, please call 0803 454 0469, 0703 915 8106 and 081 372 54800. This event is proudly sponsored by MLC TV, Center for Environmental Education and Development, SEED, ZT Communications, League of Women Voters in Nigeria, NILOV, Taraba State Chapter, and Rock FM, Jalingo. WIM and Partners Town Hall Meeting, a platform to encourage increased women's participation in voting and governance. Be our guest.
It's now time to join Malik Jonah for sports update.
On sports updates, the federal government on Wednesday in Abuja urged stakeholders in Nigeria football to remain calm and abide by a September 15th order of the Federal High Court. The Nigerian Football Federation (NFF) had scheduled Friday in Benin for the election into the 2022 to 2026 NFF Executive Committee. However, Ismaila Abubakar, Permanent Secretary, Federal Ministry of Youth and Sports Development, in a statement said federal government wanted the stakeholders not to do anything or take any further step, particularly as regards the elections. He said the ministry was not oblivious of the recent development concerning the NFF Elective Congress, which was initially scheduled for Friday. The Permanent Secretary said the Office of the Ministry of Youth and Sports Development would abide with and obey the court order and advised all stakeholders to do same. Still on sport from tennis, British #1 Cameron Norrie cruised to a 6-2 victory over Japan KAICHI UCHIDA to reach the quarterfinals of the Korea Open. The 27-year-old broke two of his opponent's service game in each set to progress in 1 hour 3 minutes. The Briton, who is seated 2 at the tournament, will face either Korean #1 Kwasun Woo or American Jason Brooksby. Norrie has won 2 titles this year and reached the top 10 for the first time. Norrie said his plan is to use the Korea-Japan Open to push his way into top 8 on the race to Turin in order to qualify for a spot at the season-ending ATP Finals in November. And that's sports update on MLC TV News. I am Malik Jonah reporting. Back to our caster for more stories.
Thank you, Jonah. World-renowned footballer Kanu Nwankwo said his dream is to build a state-of-the-art cardiac specialist hospital in Nigeria to help indigent children with heart diseases in the country. The football legend made the disclosure in an interview with journalists in Enugu in commemoration of the 2022 World Heart Day, marked every September 28. Nwankwo said that if achieved, the center will fill the gap in the health sector for the treatment of heart-related diseases and reduce medical tourism to foreign countries like India, America, South Africa, and the United Kingdom. Nwankwo urged governments to channel energy and funds to the health sector, noting that many people died on a daily basis in Nigeria due to lack of adequate health facilities. He said that the foundation had sponsored over 600 heart surgeries between 2000 and 2022, with 80% of the operations done in India. On the World Heart Day, Nwankwo said that activities had been lined up in commemoration of the day, which would be celebrated in Enugu State Capital. The footballer urged Nigerians to always go for regular checks to identify when they have heart-related issues for quick medical attention. On entertainment, let's join Matthias Ayodeji for update.
On our foreign entertainment news, this great singer R. Kelly may be ordered to pay over $300,000 to one of the victims of his elaborate scheme of sexually exploit young aspiring singers and underage children. A restitution order by U.S. District Attorney Ann Connelly that was still being finalized is intended to cover the cost of the treatment for the individual's herpes and psychotherapy. The victim, who remains anonymous, has accused the singer of giving her the sexually transmitted disease during one of their encounters. Kelly was sentenced to 30 years in prison in June after being convicted on multiple counts of racketeering relating to bribery and forced labor by a jury in 2021. Earlier this month, he was also convicted of several child pornography and sex abuse charges in his hometown of Chicago. The Grammy winner was found guilty on 3 counts of child pornography and 3 counts of child enticement. But the jury acquitted him on a 4th pornography count as well as a conspiracy to obstruct justice charge against him, accusing him of fixing a state child pornography trial in 2008. He appeared at a hearing at a federal court in Brooklyn via video link from prison in Chicago. At his sentencing, Kelly was branded the Pied Piper of R&B as he came face to face with several of his victims who detailed his deplorable and inexplicable abuse which took over decades. The singer, whose real name is Robert Sylvester Kelly, is known for his songs, including his first #1 single, Bump and Grind, and 1996 hit, I Believe I Can Fly. The latter became an inspirational anthem played at schools, graduations, weddings, anniversaries, advertisements, and elsewhere, including the inauguration of former U.S. President Barack Obama in 2008. Crossing over to Africa, Nigeria's leading music charts publication, Turntable Chart, has awarded fast-rising Afrobeat sensation Fave and talented producer Dami plagues for having the biggest song in Nigeria. Fave reached #1 on the charts on December 28, 2021 with her hit single, Baby Reading. The single reached #1 after garnering impressive numbers across streaming platforms and also enjoying a fine run on radio and TV. The single was produced by Ace producer Dami, who delivered a dancehall bounce with Afrobeat elements that combined with Fave's flawless delivery for a captivating song. For Damilola Temitope Adeyemi, popularly known as Dami, producing the #1 song in Nigeria is a special moment and a resounding proof of his talent. After starting out his production career while in secondary school, Dami would go on to produce for talented artists that includes Benson, formerly known as Buju, Shodenkamp, Fave, Kaid, Fascina, and more. In 2021, he produced the smash hit Baby Reading for Fave, and his production have since accumulated over 110 million streams across all platforms. And that is all on entertainment news today. My name is Matthias Ayodeji Peter, reporting for MLC TV. Back to our caster for more stories.
Thank you, Matthias. It was a moment of joy for the family of Muhammed Ogo in Ikuehi Ihima, Okehi local government area of Kogi Central, Kogi State, and the family of KOKOUDA of Aniocha North local government area of Delta State, as their children Sherifat and Godwin were joined as husband and wife in a traditional marriage. Sherifat Onono, an Ebira lady, hooked to Godwin CHINEDU from an Igbo community in Delta State as her husband. It was a moment to remember as MLC TV was at Ikuehi, the bride's father's compound in Ihima, Okehi local government area, to witness all stages just to bring the beautiful scene of a proper Ebira traditional way of marriage in Kogi Central. Let us join our reporter for more.
The union of SHERIFAT and GODWIN is better described as an intertribal and interstate marriage which is healthy towards fostering unity and maintaining peace with the people of different cultures. The wife, SHERIFAT ONONO MUHAMMED, is from Okehi local government of Kogi Central, Ebira speaking part of Kogi State, and the husband, GODWIN CHINEDU KOKOUDA, is from Anocha local government area and Igbo speaking part of Delta State, both joined together as husband and wife. At Mohammed Ogu's house, the families of both the bride and groom, well wishers across the two states, Delta and Kogi, were present. The formal introduction was made, followed by the payment of dowry that symbolizes that the groom has all the rights over his bride. More than other weddings, the traditional way of marriage is approved in Kogi Central to be the most appropriate way of marriage without questioning from both families who share different religions.
So that you sound this warning to you that this, our daughter, we didn't sell it to you people. It's not for sale. We didn't sell it to you people. So as we are returning this money back to you, when next we see our daughter, we want to see a very great improvement in her. Taking good care of her, more freshness, looking nice, looking good. So we want to see her shining and glowing always. So we are returning this to you. Our fathers are returning this 5,000 naira to you that as our custom demands and how we do it from the bride price that you paid. So we are taking this back to you people. So we'll hand it over to our daughter, then she will give it to you.
After the exchange of gifts and dowry, the breaking of kola was performed by the most elderly from the family of the bride.
That God will grant her peace in her husband.
Amen. The joy is overwhelming as the family of KOKOUDA finally married SHERIFAT ONONO from the family of Mohammed Ogu for their son, GODWIN CHINEDU, to be his wife. And they both moved to the reception within the compound where the newly married cut the cake and danced to the glory of God.
My brother, you can ask for more. This is your money, you want to take. You can ask for more. Anything that you give them more, my brother say you want to have more, give them more, ask for how about you? Ask for. My brother, you go carry your wife down for your leg. They give them better food. I want to wear it again. DJ, I don't know whether them 50 years back. Maybe come on the paper on the castle quiet and the mountain in the Kaluiku. Yeah, I'm not going to come and how when you're defeated me. And I can't where they bring your chair and you go down. Has found a good thing. And from the Lord. You from the harmony to the song you say.
Both families gave words of encouragement to the couples and advised them on building their relationship without a third party. They also prayed for them.
And we are happy for her, the whole of the family, we are so happy, and I personally am wishing her a happy married life. I wish her long life and prosperity.
God will bless her with children, God will bless her with wealth, God will bless her with good health, God will bless her with long life and prosperity. She's not just a sister to me, She's my friend. We grew up together. We fight together. We play together. We pray together. So I wish her all the best in her marriage.
This is my daughter. I only God. No. All the ever can be follow her whole family house. We have character. She not the best, so we not get any problem. God, follow her whole husband's house.
And of the Son and of the Holy Spirit. For God, tolerance is the answer. Marriage is beyond just coming together as husband and wife. You need to be tolerant, just like our Father has said. Love, understanding. Understanding is the crown of it all. If you love your husband, love at a point if you fade away. Please understand your wife. Wife, understand your husband. And God will bless your home. Don't allow third party in your midst. If you don't allow third party, you grow and work stronger and stronger, and your children will surround you in love.
We are brothers. So anything we do it together. And it's a very nice person, very calm person, and good to be with. It's peace to reign in their home. But as they are joined together, there will be nothing like divorce.
The mother of the bride could not hold back her joy that her first daughter is married. She urged them to stick to one another in love and understanding, wishing them the very best as couples. For the couples, it's a journey of life and they are happy about it, they spoke.
It's something that is very important that you have to do and earlier the better, so you can get married and work on your dreams and still achieve. You don't have to wait to make money before you do it. And that's the fear of major guys these days. Most of the guys these days.
Different groups of association were cited performing prayers and dancing. The atmosphere was also filled with mixed feelings as the mother of the bride and family shed tears because they missed the presence of the bride's late father, Muhammad, popularly called Major. We pray for the departed soul to continue to rest in peace. Amen. From the entire MLC TV, we wish Sherifat and Godwin happy married life. For many who do not know, Sherifat is a pioneer staff of Bevan Communications Limited, owner of Malachi TV as MLC TV and Sharon Radio. She was one of our newscasters before her marriage.
And that is the size of our package today. Join us tomorrow at the same hour to watch our news as we give you updates on happenings within and across the globe. Don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel, Malachi TV. Like and follow our Facebook page, MLC TV. Instagram, MLC TV 2021. Twitter at MLC TV 1. For your event coverage, information, contribution, advert and sponsorship, please call any of our numbers displayed on your screen. Join us Friday and Saturday to watch our special programs. It's Malachi TV, reaching everywhere, informing everyone. I am Khadijat Mohammed. Please continue to be your brother's keeper to build a united and peaceful society together. Thank you for watching.